Hey, it's me, V, and I'm about to show you the best way to deal with invisible enemies in Honkai Star Rail. So essentially, I'm telling you to be a coward. Nah, not really. I'm just telling you to run. Just run. Don't look back. If it's not there, it doesn't exist. Out of sight, out of mind, right? And who is the best character at running in Honkai Star Rail? Yukong. Okay, I know, there's Zila, but not everyone's gonna have her. I mean, she even has stealth, but like, let me tell you a little something about Yukong. Let me tell you something.
She's free.
She's free, and you get her in the Forgotten Hall, on like the second floor, first phase. So everyone should have her, is what I'm saying.
It's been so long.
Now, there's not many places in Star Rail that you run into invisible enemies, but if you've been doing your world quests, there's one particular warring expedition where you do run into them. Essentially, the gimmick is that the enemies have like this magic on them and they're invisible. You can't see them. Now, let me give you a demonstration. So as you see in front of me, there's like these weird bursts of air. Those are enemies. And they're invisible. And what the game wants you to do is to use this radar special ability in order to scan and see the enemies. Usually, I choose violence. And I have blood in my eyes because it's so wired into my brain that I must kill everything in a dungeon to complete it. But as you can see from these objectives, there's nothing in here that even says that you have to even interact with them. So, I pretty much wasted my time when I did it. Because what you can do is, if you don't know Yukong's technique, she gains 35% movement speed. So you can just pop it and just literally ignore every enemy. Now there's this part right here too where you can see the enemies. Like you can literally just run around them. You do not need to even look in their general direction. Like I'm not even gonna activate the radar anymore. And if you just run out of speed, you just activate it again. And bam, I did all the objectives. Haven't even fought an enemy, and I could just go straight to the final boss. But also for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna also do this final fight because, you know, they don't have imaginary weakness, but Yukong is a harmony character. So as long as you have like 2 DPSs, a sub DPS, or at least like a featured character, like you'll probably be fine. Like all she really needs to do is activate her skills for everyone else to deal damage. So it's all good. And there you have it. And she even finished it off for me. See? It's not that bad. If you're also worried about the other difficulties, don't worry. You can literally do the same thing in difficulty 2 as well. You don't have to worry about difficulty 3 because you don't have to dodge any enemies there. You just catch a bunch of trotters. So don't worry about that one. But in the first 2 difficulties, you can just do the same thing over and over again. So for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna do difficulty 2 as well. Now at the start of the game, like, oh, how do I deal with all these enemies? There's like 5 of them in front of me blocking the exit, but you know, she's able to run fast enough where they don't pose a threat. Like they all aggro onto you, but it really doesn't mean anything. Like look at those nerds. You can't get me. Now this next part is gonna be like a pretty long path, but if you just find the right pathing, you don't have to deal with all the fighting and stuff. Except for this fight. I forgot about this, but like this one's unavoidable, but again, she's a harmony character. As long as you have like a DPS character, you'll be fine 9 times out of 10. So here we are. We're on the final stretch. There's a lot more enemies blocking my way, but you could if you know the path, you just go straight around them. Like some of them might aggro on me, but it really doesn't matter. You do not have to waste your time with this. I can literally do this in at most like what, 5 minutes? Not even a problem. And then you have like the final enemy here that you have to use the radar for, but yeah. Now let me just do this final fight for you as well. And, you know, once again, it's not really a problem. I mean, you might want to focus the Trotter, because, like, it can get away. But they tend to be super weak anyways, so they'll just die in the process, especially if you have an erudition character. And this should be the final stretch. Alright, her to finish it off. Bam. See? Easy. 5-minute speedrun, I think. If someone walked up to me and told me they don't have Wukong, if someone walked up to me and said that they didn't have Yukong, I wouldn't believe them. Now, it's a bit more fair to say that, okay, maybe she isn't built. I mean, what's her usage rate? Dang. 0.87. She's not even over 1% in the last MLC. That's kind of sad. But don't worry, alright? Like I said, if you know the path, you'll be okay. You can do it without Yukong. It's just a bit more tight, you know? So, here why did I do that? So here I'll switch out Yukong for Asta, who's a recommended type here. Another free character. So here's my demonstration without Yukong. So you still kind of see the enemies. You can still use the special ability. You just can't use it too much. But if you're just ignoring the enemies, that shouldn't be a problem to complete that objective. So I go over here, bam, do it. Oh, that guy's been chasing me. See, you can use it sometimes, alright? That guy tried to sneak up on me. Usually that doesn't happen if you just run right away. But I was talking at the beginning a little bit. You know, if you time it right, it'll be fine. You know, you can take your time, but I'm kind of rushing through it. But if you're taking time, enemies won't sneak up on you. I don't think there's anyone on this beach anyways either. So you just run to the final boss and there you go. Done. Here's a demonstration of difficulty 2 without Yukong. Again, this difficulty is much tighter. But again, if you just run in a straight line, they're not gonna catch up to you. Like it's much closer, but it's not a problem at all. So we've made it to the final stretch. Again, you know, you just go over this. You go around that stand. You're gonna miss most enemies. And like just based on the sound effects alone, like none of them saw me. That was perfect timing because that enemy perfectly saw me. But see how that back is turned? You can just go between them, and here you are, right at the end. See, it's not that bad. And there you have it, the best way to deal with invisible enemies. Underused character, but still gets some use, right? I hope you liked my little demonstration. If you learned something in this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you want some more Star Rail content. But until next time, catch you on the next video.